Tonight on Inside South Florida, get an inside look at how the U.S. Coast Guard prepares for a hurricane response mission. Tonight on Inside South Florida, all aboard a journey through time at the Gold Coast Railroad Museum. Explore historic trains, locomotives, and experience the magic of rail travel. Tonight on Inside South Florida, taste the flavors of Argentina as we get an inside look at the nice restaurant for Latin Restaurant Week. Tonight on Inside South Florida, check out the tropical destination at the Hyatt Ziva in Cancun that'll have you packing your bags ASAP. Don't miss Inside South Florida tonight at 6 p.m. on WSFL 39, home of the Florida Panthers. When you think of open waters search and rescue missions, you probably think of our United States Coast Guard. And you're absolutely correct. I am here at the Fort Lauderdale station to learn all about their primary missions, which also include coastal security and law enforcement. In addition to their core missions of maritime safety and security, the Coast Guard are a critical force in hurricane response. I am at U.S. Coast Guard Base Miami Beach for an inside look at their disaster relief operations and how they prioritize search and rescue missions when every second counts. The Davie Police Department mounted unit that consists of 6 horses, 4 officers, and 1 sergeant is a vital part of modern policing based on tradition. From patrolling back streets and apartment complexes to managing large crowds, this specialized team enhances community safety. We want to take a moment right now before we start the show to say Happy Veterans Day and thank you to the men and women who have proudly served our country. Also, a big shout out to their families.
Most definitely. The service you all provide is immeasurable, and we are forever grateful for your dedication to our country. And for those, of course, who want to celebrate our servicemen and women, there are so many ways to do so, especially here in SoFlo. In fact, I heard our very own Anna over here took a challenge on last weekend.
Yes, I sure did. And Cam, a challenge is an understatement. But the 5th annual Veterans Day Relay Challenge fundraiser hosted by MD Turbines was not only fun, but incredibly rewarding. Here's a look back. Not just hockey, but military veterans, the Florida Panther, and children, all at the forefront of their foundation. I got a chance to dive deeper into one of those pillars, our vets. I met with COO Bryce Hallweg to hear about the Heroes Among Us program.
Welcome back to ISF. Anna, we've highlighted some incredible talent and heroes on the show.
Yes, absolutely, Cam. We love shining a light on our South Florida community, including our station. Here at WSFL, we just got an award.
Yes, the South Florida Hispanic Chamber of Commerce Award for Best Broadcast Partner. Anna, you were there for the presentation, right?
Yes, I sure was. Let's take a look back. We're here at the iconic Biltmore Hotel in Coral Gables for the 30th Annual Sunshine Awards, hosted by the South Florida Chamber of Commerce. Today, we celebrate the people and businesses that are making a real difference in our South Florida community. Inside the Magic City Fronton, home of the world's fastest ball sport. The World Highlight League originated in Spain in the 1700s and made its debut in Miami in 1924. But it's not just an extremely thrilling ball sport, it is also community-centric. I am standing on the steps of a Florida East Coast Railway passenger car built in the mid-1920s. This was the only way to travel from Jacksonville all the way to Key West, making some stops along the way. The only other way to travel to the Keys was by boat and airplane because there were no roads for cars. We've heard of Formula One, but have you heard of Mille Miglia? The race already made its mark in Europe, Asia, and the Middle East. And now they're coming to South Florida. Nearly a century ago in Italy, the world's most beautiful and iconic automotive races took root, or should I say route, the Mille Miglia. We are here at the Biltmore Hotel, where it was just announced that these races will debut right here in Miami, Florida, February 2025. These races take place on open roads and feature vehicles such as Maserati, Lamborghini, Alfa Romeo, and many other classic, vintage, and luxury vehicles, creating a unique experience for both spectators and car enthusiasts. In today's world, security is more important than ever, and no one knows that better than professional contractor and HGTV host Brian Baumler. We are here in Isla Morada, part of the Florida Keys, to learn all about Vosker security cameras, a system that pushes boundaries of technology to help you protect what matters most. Welcome back to ISF, and thank you so much for inviting us here.
Well, welcome to Pines and Palms.
Football's the biggest event of the summer in the U.S. is here in South Florida. Fans from across North and South America have come together to cheer on their favorite team as Colombia faces Argentina in today's finals. For more than 47 years, Amor en Acción Archdiocese of Miami has worked in countries around the world through nutritional, educational, and medical programs in service of the poor. I'm here today with members of the nonprofit missionary group, Ana Figueroa, Dagmar Arencibia, and Damaris Trujillo, to talk to us about the organization and the upcoming missionary trip. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having us.
Now I want to ask, Ana, tell me a little bit about the history of Amor en Acción. IMMDC Day is marked as the official birthday for Miami-Dade College that just turned 64. The celebration expanded to all 8 campuses in efforts to raise funds for the school. I stopped by the Wolfson campus in downtown to join in the fun. Joining us in studio today is Betsy with Vicky Bakery, and we are celebrating Hispanic Heritage Month with Cuban sandwiches. We are so excited. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, what goes into a Cuban sandwich?
Alrighty, so it's very basic ingredients. Anybody can do this at home. It always starts off with fresh Cuban bread.
Yum, and you brought some with you today.
So I have some amazing.
It is time for our furry friends. Joining us in studio is the Humane Society of Broward County, and we have Sherry Wachter and a kitty named Chip in honor of the Panthers winning the Stanley Cup. Welcome to the show.
Thanks for having us.
It's always great having you. So now tell us a little bit about this adorable kitty.